It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Raiders and the G-Men, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500. That's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage. They face 2nd down and 7. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Tommy Eichenberg, the former Buckeye, in there on the tackle. Second and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
2nd down and 3. on the ground. Here's Tracy. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one, taken in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now it's Geno for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Geno after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponent's do.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw on the first play, it's Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes and that ball falls incomplete.
He'll try carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over. The
Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. First and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Play action. Now, Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Third and long. It's Wilson. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. It is brought in the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Geno on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants move out on top, 14-0. So out is Geno after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. Here's Geno. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Michael Mayer. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense, and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board just before halftime.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to have a first down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here is Geno to try the field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Geno's kick is good. And the Giants going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. In motion is Myers. On 1st down, here's Geno to throw. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a give on the ground. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. Play action now. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Russ. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On second down, Russ. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Wilson to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Wilson. That is hauled in at the 5.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. That is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6.
These second half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Oh, the defense snuffed that one out. He'll lose yardage. Mark him back at the 3.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Smith-Marset, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, And now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Slayton is the man in motion. They go play action with Wilson. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And it'll be brought down right around the 40. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now it's Wilson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Graham Geno now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Geno. Now he'll air one out. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. O'Connell to throw. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They go play action. It's O'Connell. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down on what will be a big play then on 4th and long.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball?
And he's in! Jacoby Myers! Touchdown, Raiders! Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders are able to cut the deficit to 10. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A carry here for Tracy. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Tracy. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. To throw is O'Connell. That's caught by Bowers. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Vegas.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He gets this one to Tucker.
Personal foul, unnecessary run defense. Automatic 1st down.
Here's 1st down. From the pistol, it's O'Connell. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the gun, it's O'Connell. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now, 2nd and goal. Here's O'Connell. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Vegas.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The Giants offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. First and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here, as he's down to a knee.
In punt formation for the Giants.
So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.